Hello and welcome back to The Give and Go. I'm your coach Reynoso here with my boy
Soltero. What's up, y'all?
Folks, it is a very, very special day for the show as we're happy and excited to announce we are now a part of the Vamos Network. This has been a move that's been in the making for a long time now. We've been very eager to announce it to you guys because it means that we'll offer more player interviews, more in-person experiences, and more coverage of the biggest tournaments in the world, while also adding Herculez Gomez to the show.
Yes, sir. And I just want to say thank you to every single one of you who have watched this show, whether it was through podcast audio or actually watching on YouTube or even just looking at the reels on Instagram and TikTok. It means the world to us that people engage and talk and discuss about the most beautiful sport in the world, soccer, football. It doesn't matter what you call it. We come here on this channel to talk about it, man. And it has been an absolute pleasure to talk about it with you, my fucking brother.
There you go. There you go.
My boy Reynoso, and we have the best producer in the game, Rudd. Producer Rudd over there. Right behind the camera. He's behind it every single time. It's been an insane journey, bro, these last, 3.5 years? And now it is a pleasure to announce that we're joining Men in Blazers and being a part of the Vamos Network with Herculez Gomez.
Oh, it's crazy.
It's crazy.
It's the culmination of all the hard work we put in, man. Truly forming a community that I've really loved to be a part of and that I love to engage with on a daily basis. And it's just such an honor to be working with you guys and also joining the Men in Blazers Media Network with Vamos as a centerpiece that we're going to be helping grow for these next few years, especially with the World Cup coming right around the corner. It's a massive, massive move, not just for us, but I think for coverage of the Mexican-American voice. I think it's huge that we're going to see even more coverage on that front. More Liga MX, more MLS, more CONCACAF coverage. It's just beautiful to see, man.
Absolutely. And I just want more. I want more for our community. I want this family to continue to grow. And I think we're definitely going to be able to expand it under Men in Blazers. Raj has built a powerhouse of a media company in this beautiful sport of football. And now we get to be a part of it. So just ladies and gentlemen, strap along for the ride because I think it's about to get insane for this build up to the World Cup, man.
Yes, and to any new listeners, I'm Reynoso, is my boy Soltero. We try to talk about football with the best, most passionate energy that you can find on the internet. Yes, we're controversial sometimes. We have some crazy takes, but we also try to analyze the game as objectively and as honestly as we can. So let's get into it today because we got a recap to do regarding the matches that we previewed on Friday. Once again, we were met with incredible drama this weekend in club football, plus a lot of other crazy news like your Atleti, which we will get to. We will get to. And if not, do you want to start with that? Do you want to get it off your chest?
No.
Let's leave it for the end, bro. We don't need to trouble people with that right now.
No.
Let's start with Arsenal versus Manchester City.
We have to. What a game. A lot on the line here, right? And we'll get to Liverpool's result in a bit. A lot on the line here. City already with 2 losses this season going into this match, really needing a win here. And Arsenal needing to keep the pace with Liverpool. It's a story that started last year, and it's a story that continues to this day. They're at home. They have to get the win. And it's Erling Haaland who breaks through, eats up space, gets a nice little ball from Reinders, and he puts it home 1-0 pretty early on in this game. Arsenal look bamboozled.
Bamboozled, bro. Especially in those first 20 minutes. Haaland getting another goal after his crazy start to the season. It's been ridiculous for the Norwegian, what we've seen so far. It only made sense. And it's a celebration, man. It was a statement. Yeah. It was a little bit of a statement. Yeah, knowing about the beef between him and Arsenal as a club. It seems so nonchalant. The nonchalant gimmick. And it worked for them in that first half because I thought Manchester City was a better team. Second half, a much different game.
Much different game, man. It was a really good reset from Arteta and his men, and it ended up being the super subs once again. Eberechi Eze, coming off the bench, being put in a pocket position, provides an exquisite ball over the top to an oncoming super sub, Martinelli, who did it this past week. And he receives the ball and does a lovely chip floater, if you will, over Donnarumma. It had to be inch perfect. He gets it, equalizes at the death for Arsenal.
It's a ridiculous finish. And honestly, I've been so impressed and happy to see this resurgence from Martinelli specifically because he did have a great performance against Bilbao. That left me wondering, did he deserve to start going into this game because of that form? The same question could be asked for Eze, who didn't get the start, and we saw Trossard start instead. You don't think it was a mistake by Arteta to not start these two players in this massive, massive game and instead go with Trossard, who ultimately was ghosting in this game?
I'm really glad you asked this question, bro, because I'm frustrated with Arsenal.
Gotta be.
I'm frustrated, bro. I've let this go for far too long. I've been hopeful. I've been optimistic. I'm fed up, bro. Because I'm noticing a very concerning pattern with this team. And it's essentially they're gone for one half. They're not present. They fix things, or they're only prepared in the first half and they're not for the second.
Yeah.
In this game, they were not prepared for the first half. Arteta realizes his mistakes. He fixes it at halftime, and it's a completely different game in the second half. But the problem is it takes Arsenal 60, 70 minutes to get going. You cannot do that. You have to be prepared earlier in the match, earlier in the season, and it's not going Arsenal's way if you only turn it on in the 70th minute, man.
And I think when you see how impactful the subs are in this game, I do think you have to point the finger to Arteta.
You have to.
Because even going into this game, you see the lineup beforehand, and I was asking myself, why is Trossard here? Not that he's a bad player, but he hasn't had the fiery start that Eze, who just won the FA Cup with Crystal Palace and came over here, Martinelli, who had a great game midweek, they hasn't been on their level. So why is he getting the trust in this massive potential title deciding game right off the bat? I was super surprised, and then it's just annoying to see him realize that 2/3 into the match. I think it's a problem for Arsenal. I think it's a problem with the managerial position, because this is the criticisms that have come Arteta's way, is that can he really bring you a title? Can he really bring you first place in the Prem if he makes decisions like these in important moments? So far, the answer's been no. And I think today showed that he's still lacking, because he realized too late, bro.
Yeah.
Realized too late. And I wonder what this team would have looked like had Eze specifically started this game.
What it is for Arteta, specifically these last two seasons, is he's not risky enough with his squad selection. He should have, from the start, put Eze in that Odegaard position, then start Martinelli, start Madueke and Victor Gyökeres. But instead, he went with a more defensive midfield and didn't start Eze, didn't start Martinelli, and technically it worked because it was only 1-0, but you have to be risky. You see Liverpool really risk themselves week in, week out. And yes, they do concede, but at the end of the day, Arne Slot backs the offensive quality of his players to get the result. With Arteta's decisions, he ultimately doesn't back the offensive quality of his players. But the definition of a champion, I think, is backing the quality of your players. Arteta has to get risky, man. He's not getting risky. It ends in another disappointing draw. And ultimately, if he keeps playing like this, Arsenal aren't going to get close to Liverpool again.
What we did see, though, was Pep institute some very interesting applications into the game that we don't typically see him do. City looked like a counter-attacking side today. It's how they got their goal with Erling Haaland on the counter. It was incredible. But beyond that, we saw him employ 5 men at the back in that second half and essentially park the bus in this game to try to grind out 3 points and get the result. Can't criticize the move that much. It's just that it's coming from Pep Guardiola, a man who's revolutionized offenses and just football in general. Very rare to see him do this and ultimately put that trust in his defensive line to get the result. Didn't end up coming through in his way, but super interesting to see, man.
And I think it's the adaptation that I asked Guardiola to make at the beginning of the season. They were so leaky all last year. And it's because they played way too expansive, way too progressive for 90 minutes. So I'm actually okay with the change to park the bus in the second half and see what comes at you. At the end of the day, it was a perfect ball and a perfect finish that was required to break this City defense. So actually, I'm completely cool with this new look Pep. The thing is, they have to do this because the City of old, they can't control the game the same way. They just can't.
No, they used to be able to like possess you to death, and they would still attack you on offense and get that second, third goal and just kill you outright. I don't think they have the tools for that anymore. Yeah. And I also do like it because I do think he's adapting to the times. And when you've got arguably the best goalkeeper in the world now, I think it's not that bad of a move, man. Donnarumma, I think, had a great game once again and is showing the class difference between him and what used to be Ederson. That's a huge ad that, if you want to park the bus, go for it. You got one of the best goalkeepers in the world that can keep you in matches. That's a strong weapon to have at your disposal. 1-1 result between these two teams, the biggest winner being Liverpool.
Exactly.
Liverpool, baby.
Exactly. And we've said, we're repeating, man. We're looping. Because this is all we said last year. There's an Arsenal draw, Liverpool wins.
Yeah, just every week, bro.
This was it, bro. And it's happening again. It's just a big loss for Arsenal. They left it too late, man.
Yeah, left it too late. They're now 5 points away from Liverpool in the table. Last year, it took Liverpool until game week 18 to be 6 points clear of Arsenal last year. Now we're just a few weeks into the season. It's already 5 between not just Arsenal, but everybody in the league.
Everybody in the league, man. Then this is how gaps get created, folks. This is how gaps get created, man. When you don't risk, you don't go for it, and you end yourself with a draw, man. God, it's just frustrating to see. I hope Odegaard gets back, but at the same time, I just need better management from Arteta.
Yeah.
I think that if he managed this game better, I do think they would have won, because at the end of the day, Doku wasn't that effective today. Foden barely touched the ball, man. He barely touched it. It was really Reinders and Silva who were very, very active. But if you shut down Doku and Foden, that's a success. You got to win the game.
Yeah, you're at home too. You have to get that result. Disappointing from both teams at the end of the day, only sharing 1 point. But what we did see a team be aggressive was in the Liverpool-Everton match. The Merseyside derby ends with Liverpool winning 2-1 at Anfield with Ryan Gravenberch. Masterclass, my friend.
Dude.
Masterclass. Arguably, in my opinion, top 3 midfielder in the world. And I'll go ahead and list them because I thought this through. Pedri, Gravenberch, Vitinha.
Yeah, no,
Yeah?
I think that's as good as it gets, bro, right now in the midfield world of football. Gravenberch, dude, he's getting better. He's getting better right in front of our eyes. I thought he was immense last year. He seems to have added this kind of offensive swagger to himself this year. If this continues, bro, he might be the second best midfielder behind Pedri. I think I could see him being better than Vitinha if he continues this.
Yeah, very different profiles. I think he's a lot more physical than those two guys, but my goodness, his ball control is incredible on the turn, on the run, in the middle, box to box. But now with this offensive side to him, really, really exciting player to watch at the moment. Although shout out to my boy Nicolo Barella, who deserves to be in the top 5 combo.
I'm good on Barella now.
He's having a good season.
I'm good on him, man. He where Gravenberch has gone up, I think Barella's gone a little down.
A little plateau?
I think he's a little plateaued.
Yeah, plateau. Where we also have a good competition happening, which I think will be a big story to follow as Liverpool season progresses, is the Ekitike Alexander Isak debate. Because for as long as Isak gets integrated into this team and continues, sitting out at half and then coming in the second half, Ekitike scoring, bro.
Hell yeah.
He's getting goals.
Yeah.
I think he's already 2 goals away from matching Darwin Nunez's goal tally from last year. He's loving life at Liverpool, man. And the goal he scored today, I thought was really, really good too. And he's been doing it week in, week out. Is there a conversation to be had where, yes, you paid more for one player, but ultimately you got to go with the guy in form? Or is there a double pivot that's going to exist for Liverpool's striker combo? What's the move here with these 2 stars that, as of right now, are sharing minutes up front?
Damn. I think if you're Slot, you just have to go with form. You ignore everything else. You go with form. But as soon as that form starts to shake a little bit, you put the next guy up. And I'm talking about that for everybody, Wirtz included, who we saw actually start from the bench in this match specifically. So I think Ekitike has done enough to secure the starting position, but I really do think it's all temporary right now for Liverpool. It's all temporary.
No job security.
There's no job security. Although I will say, surprisingly, Gakpo and Salah look pretty secure on the wings right now. I will say. It's all central. Wirtz, Isak, Ekitike, McAllister, Szoboszlai, I think are all going to go through an insane rotation this year, but I'm really hoping Slot just purely bases it on form.
What'd you make of Grealish and his impact in this game? Because I really feel that Everton posed the most threat when they were going down that left wing, and Grealish was just cooking, just had the freedom to do whatever he wanted and generate a good amount of opportunities. Ultimately, it's Idrissa Gana Gueye who scores a banger of a goal to make it 2-1, and just not enough time at the end to get back into the game. But Grealish, to me, once again, the standout for this Everton offense as he is just operating, bro, on that left wing.
Dude, he was incredible to watch. Like, truly pure entertainment. I think for me, he's quelled all of the talk that said he was just a foul merchant at Man City, that he wasn't actually a good footballer. I'm with Grealish. I think Pep dimmed his light and he's found it back here at Everton because, dude, this offense is his, and he is brilliant to watch when he's on the ball when he's with Everton right now, dude. I'm gonna catch Everton games now just to watch Grealish ball out.
You have to. What did you make of 3 minutes being added at the end? Apparently, it's been a big talking point. Yeah. You think about Liverpool against Newcastle, it was like 11 minutes. We saw Grealish himself be frustrated at the end. You backing Grealish here, or are you backing my Liverpool Reds?
I was shocked it was 3 minutes.
There it is, folks. There it is. That anti-Liverpool.
There it is.
That propaganda.
I could.
It is small. Yeah, it should be more, especially modern football.
I will say though, I don't think it would have been like 7. That would have been a lot. Yeah. I was saying 5.
Ah, come on, man.
5
is a new 3 nowadays, by the way.
But to Liverpool's credit, after they conceded, and Everton were mounting a really good comeback in that second half. I thought they did so much better than the first half. But after they scored that goal to make it 2-1, I thought Liverpool closed up shop, to be completely honest. Yes, Everton still tried to attack, but it wasn't anywhere near as threatening as it was before they got that first goal. I thought Liverpool closed out this game very professionally, and so I don't think any extra time would have helped Everton.
And it's funny, that's getting criticized a lot because I think that's kind of Slot's method in these games. It's how it was last year too. He really doesn't go out and kill teams. He just does what you need to do to get the victory. Whereas when we had Klopp, it was a little bit more of that relentlessness nature that we had to ourselves. But I personally don't mind it. I think this is the best way to operate with this team and this group of players. And the more I watch Liverpool, the more I start to realize, because going into this game, I predicted a 4-0, a 3-0, something of a grand stature like that.
Right.
But I think I'm starting to realize that this Liverpool team is a team who has just incredible players all over the pitch, dangerous forwards, amazing midfielders, a potential greatest center back of all time in Virgil van Dijk. And they honestly, I think, rely on that talent level to just get them through games, get them through these results. And it can sometimes leave them susceptible and exposed in moments, which is why we will get scored basically every game now. But it's kind of like a trade-off that we're signing up for. We're just like, rely on the talent, trust the team, trust the greats, the GOATs that we have here. And at the end of the day, if we concede 1 or 2, it's no big deal. We're going to get the win. And so far, that's how it's been. It's worked. It's gotten them 15 points in the league so far. I don't know if there's a version of Liverpool that exists where it's, more like that prime Manchester City where it's like a team fluidity that exists and you just see them kill off opponents. I think for this team, it's all about the 3 points every single game, and that's it.
Yeah. Personally, I love it because the style is just so entertaining, man. Liverpool is going to concede. You just don't know when. But you also know Liverpool are going to score some bangers on a game-to-game basis. The offensive quality is ridiculous in this side. And unlike Arsenal, you can back Liverpool scoring several goals. So because of that, I'm completely cool with it. I'm just going to be curious, is there a team out there, Champions League-wise, that can exploit that? And I think that's going to be the narrative to see this year in the Champions League. Maybe it's PSG, maybe it's Bayern Munich, maybe it's a Spanish team. But I think there's something to exploit there with Liverpool, the way that they play. You got to lock in defensively, though, because you got to take care of Salah, Gakpo, Isak, Ekitike, Verts. It's a lot to take care of. It's a lot to take care of. So I want to see if there's a team that can exploit Liverpool's flaws.
Is the league wrapped up then?
Dude, it's looking like it.
It's early, dude. To have a 5-point lead, it's early.
Bournemouth drew.
Yeah, Tottenham lost. Or they drew.
Drew as well.
Yeah, so they're on 10 points as well.
So Liverpool were the massive victors this week because there's also another big result for a London club.
Reports are in. Manchester United has defeated the world champions. The world champions 2-1 in a very convoluted match that saw Chelsea be cursed with an early red card from a goalkeeping mistake, Robert Sanchez. That troubled them throughout the rest of the match as Manchester United was able to take on a 2-0 lead in this game until Casemiro wanted to get involved in the red card party and does so and evens the game out player-wise. Chelsea gets one back through Chalobah, but at the end of the day, it's not enough. Maresca making the quickest 3 subs in Premier League history in this game and falling short and ultimately signifying the death of Chelsea's title race contention.
This game, I'm speechless. This game made me want to throw up, man. I wanted to puke, bro. As a supporter of the Blues this year, I mean, this couldn't have gone any worse. Like truly. A team that's desperate for a result. Yes, they're at home, but the circumstances were terrifying.
Yeah.
Dark, stormy night at Old Trafford, where the Blues were surrounded by red and black. And they endured a hellish onslaught from the Red Devils. And 5 minutes in, Chelsea get completely broken. 5 minutes into the match, when you're looking for some sort of security, it's one-on-one. Sanchez, in a panic, comes out, gets a red card. And by the 21st minute, Chelsea were down a man, down a goal. Estevao, Neto, and Palmer all taken off.
Off, man.
Nightmare.
Yeah.
A fucking nightmare, bro. This game was never going to go Chelsea's way. I don't know who was in control of this match, like the higher powers, but I'm just saying there's something dark. There's something dark that occurred that day.
I was kind of thinking that too, man, because how much of a fault is it on Robert Sanchez or even just that Chelsea defense to concede that red card? I honestly want to give more credit to Mbeumo for having the intuition that the header was going to go that way. And then whoever headed the ball, I can't remember, did a great job placing it in Mbeumo's path.
Yeah.
It's a good touch from Mbeumo. And it just came out of nowhere, too, bro. It came out of nowhere, out of a long ball. How critical can you be? Because online I'm seeing a lot of critique being thrown at Robert Sanchez. And he had a rush out in that moment. Yeah. And he just, Mbeumo got the touch around him. It just felt more like bad luck for Chelsea when I saw it happen rather than them just being stupid.
That's how I saw it. I saw it as destiny. I'm telling you, bro. I don't think Chelsea were in control of their own fate on this day, bro. And I don't know what Amorim's doing behind the scenes, bro. But I'm just saying, be careful.
I could see something like that going on.
Saying, be careful.
I could see something like that going. Because he just earned a couple more months, I think, with this Manchester United squad with this massive, massive victory. They're celebrating it like it's a Super Bowl. They're celebrating it like it's everything, bro. This was huge. They needed a victory like this.
It, man. It really felt like they were doing something really special that day. And the thing is, it was a massive 3 points for United.
It's huge.
Massive.
Huge. And you got Bruno Fernandes celebrating in the rain. It's a beautiful image.
Yeah.
And Man United fans online are just losing their minds because it's, at the end of the day, a top 6 team that they just defeated at home. They've been wanting and needing something like this. What's the positive takeaway? Give me one positive takeaway on Man United here for what this truly means going forward.
The energy was fantastic, man. I mean, all jokes aside, they forced massive errors for Chelsea.
I think so.
They forced Maresca's hand to take off his 3 flair players because of the way that they started the first 15 minutes. It was nonstop sprinting from every single United player. And that actually is credit to Amorim and his men. Because the way it was looking, it looked like Chelsea were going to concede 2, 3, 4 goals by the 30th minute. So Maresca had to go incredibly defensive to avoid embarrassment. And that's all due to the pressure that United put on Chelsea. So complete credit to the energy that United put out that day.
And I'll even add on the fans, dude. No fans should logically support their team like that when you see the record that Manchester United has had. They got knocked out by Grimsby Town. Like the fans should not be this supportive, but there's something about that United spirit that showed out at Old Trafford. You could just hear them singing before the match, and within those first 30 seconds, it always surprises me how passionate the fans are and how they're able to influence the game despite the history of this club and how they've been doing these past few years, honestly. So that, I think, was a big reason for why, Robert Sanchez didn't know how to act in the moment, and Mbeumo just playing really nice and getting that touch around him. Like, I feel like that was also a big part of it as well with Amorim and the execution they had in those first 20 minutes. I just think a lot of that was determined prior to the game. A lot of that was decided through the passion of the fans and the players just being up for it on the day. Whereas Chelsea, I think, was caught off guard, maybe went in a little too overconfident and got stunned. 2-1 loss at Old Trafford. I think this puts their title chances in the bin.
Whoa. No,
in the bin.
It's not in the bin.
It's over, bro.
It's not in the bin. It's not in the bin. It's right next to it. It's right next to it. And if they get one more bad result, it's going to be in
One
there.
more would actually do it for sure. If you guys didn't know, I predicted Chelsea would be out of the title race by Valentine's Day. I said Valentine's Day. I think it's going to come a little earlier.
It might come really early.
It will come a little earlier, man.
Oh, God.
Man United now tied with points with Manchester City.
And by the way, Chelsea's still above both of them. I want to point that out. It's not over. Chelsea above both Manchester clubs. All right? But another interesting thing to point out, Palace are still undefeated. They've drawn a lot. It's okay. But they're still right there. Here's the fun thing. They play Liverpool next. And they played them in the Community Shield.
They did.
And we're able to get a result.
Yep.
Albeit in penalties, but hey.
Yep.
So maybe Palace can do the rest of the Premier League teams a favor in the next fixture window.
Is it at home or away?
Palace are at home.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Palace are at home hosting Liverpool in the next match date for the Premier League. It's an opportunity for Arsenal, Chelsea to really give Palace a push here to try and get something on Liverpool.
Yeah.
Try and get something. Got a hell of a week coming up.
I don't see this team losing, man.
That's the thing.
I'm seeing 100 points. I'm seeing potential undefeated season, Invincibles type shit. I'm seeing a fun time for this Liverpool team. But hey.
Champions League?
Hey. True.
Let's put that in there for Liverpool.
Throw it in there. Throw it in there. Yeah, the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, throw it in there. As of right now, they've been perfect. They have been perfect. God. Big news elsewhere in the Prem. Villa scores their first goal of the season.
Good Lord.
Went more than 400 minutes without scoring a goal. And they finally got one in a game where they ended up tying 1-1. That's how things are going at Villa Park.
That's awful.
Yeah. So we'll move on. We'll move on to La Liga, where we have the title leaders as of now. And honestly, since the beginning of the season, they've been there up top ever since. Real Madrid defeats Espanyol in what was ultimately predicted to be a major victory for this Madrid side as they come in as the far better team, the more informed team, and the team with just players capable of incredible moments as we saw today. Militao, goal of the weekend for me.
Good Lord, man. I don't know what possessed him, but what a shot.
The spirit of Rashford, my friend.
Yeah,
God.
pretty much, bro. What a golazo, bro.
Golazo.
For Militao.
Golazo, and that's tough for the Espanyol defense. You know, you're shutting down Vini, Mbappe, and it's the center back who pulls that out and just scores an absolute worldie of a goal. If you haven't seen it, please go check it out. They take the 1-0 lead, and then afterwards, we see Mbappe get a goal from outside the box as well. Keeper just doesn't see it. I think he got a little lost with 3 players in front of him.
Yeah.
Can't react in time. Mbappe gets another goal to add to his resume. Real Madrid looks dominant, and they win this game 2-0.
They win 2-0. See what I was talking about Espanyol, though?
Yeah.
Ultimately, they just don't have the quality.
Yeah, same as any other iteration of Espanyol I've ever seen, man.
Yeah.
So disappointing.
Super disappointing. But for Madrid, we were just talking about Liverpool having like a perfect season. I don't know if there's anybody that can stop Madrid in La Liga except for what was their kryptonite last season, Barcelona.
That was my question after I saw this game. I think they're going to be very much in control of first place for a long time now since Barca dropped points early in the season. But can they be caught? Because it seems like Xavi Alonso has figured out a way to really get this Madrid side to perform in La Liga domestically and get points without much drama involved, which I think is a big difference from what we saw last year. And I just feel like Xavi's really figuring things out for his Madrid team. Less drama, more results, and just better performances all around. This is going to be one of the toughest Madrid sides to catch up to, I think, for Barcelona in recent memory.
Absolutely. And when I look at Barcelona, who beat Getafe 3-0 today, another really dominant performance, I think the only team that can start Barcelona is actually themselves. It's going to be up to kind of like an Arteta-Arsenal situation. Can Flick ensure that the team is prepared to beat like a Levante on an off day? If they can ensure that, they're going to be right behind Madrid, and then the league can be won in the Clásicos.
Yeah, which will be cool if the Clásicos actually end up really dictating the outcome of the league this year. Because I just don't see any other threatening teams in La Liga, especially with Atletico Madrid playing like dog shit, dude. My God, man. Time Mallorca getting a red card at one point. What happened, bro?
Dude, even Atletico's found a way to lower the confidence of Alvarez. And that's what hurts the most.
That's brutal.
Because Julian, I haven't seen him play this poorly, and he's had a string of pretty poor performances for Atletico. I haven't seen him play this poorly ever, man.
That's disappointing,
It's sad. So it's just not working right now at Atleti. It's going to be a really tough season. I don't see how this gets fixed. Because, Mallorca are like a lot of Spanish teams, just hard to beat. And to beat them, you just need offense. You need out-and-out offense. Atletico have it on paper, But on the pitch, it's just not there, bro. It's just simply not there. Players are out of form. Llorente's our best attacking option right now, which is crazy to say. If you don't know, please go look at the player list.
I think people know. I think people know, man. That's crazy.
It's crazy to say. It's just really, really poor for Atleti. I don't have anything else to say. I've already accepted that it's going to be a scrap.
Yeah.
So when you join in on this pod, it's going to be weirdly upbeat because I know we're not going to get anywhere near first place. I'm just hoping we can get third. I think we can.
Was Baena, Almada, are they back yet or are they still injured?
They're still out.
So then I would still hold out just a little bit.
Yeah.
In the sense that this team, surely there's a better version that exists for this team.
And that's
but it won't mean anything.
It won't mean anything. Yeah. That's why I've already accepted the league's done.
Jesus, man.
5 matches.
I knew you were moody coming into the shoot, man. I knew it. Yeah.
The league's done, bro. And there's nothing that can be done other than the fact that we can use this season to integrate the new faces, and let's go for third place once again.
Jeez.
That's it, bro.
Third place will be the big victory for Atletico this year. Let's move elsewhere in Europe, where we had PSG cancel their game against Marseille as we had some thunderous storms that avoided this game from happening. Heavy rains. I mean, we saw in the Old Trafford game that there's a lot of rain in Europe right now. So I kind of get it because it could definitely impact the match. But what ends up happening because of this is the PSG-Marseille rivalry match will be rescheduled for tomorrow at the same time as the Ballon d'Or ceremony, where potentially, as many people are writing, predicting, and I think most people kind of know in this specific race, we will see Ousmane Dembele lift the Ballon d'Or. So in that case, I just want to get it on record. I want to get it on paper. Ousmane Dembele wins the Ballon d'Or. Does he deserve it?
Yeah. For me, yes. I think it was solidified based off of the Club World Cup performances that PSG put in. Yes, they didn't win it, but going all the way after what they had accomplished last season with Dembele as the central offensive figure throughout the entire season, it was his most successful in goals and assists, and just the eye test, the way that Dembele was playing, the way that he was bossing offensively with PSG. I just think it's clear. Last year, Dembele was the most effective offensive player in every single competition. So Dembele 100% deserves it.
I agree, because when you look at the other challengers, I only really considered 3 other players: Mo Salah, Rafinha, and Lamine Yamal. But looking at each one of them, there was something that they lacked that deserves the Ballon d'Or at the end of the day in comparison to Dembele. Mo Salah, I think he needed more than the Premier League. Just one trophy, you need multiple. Yeah. And honestly, that UEFA Champions League would have been it, losing to the eventual champions in PSG. And for Rafinha and Lamine Yamal, crazy numbers, crazy performances. And some might argue that Lamine Yamal is the best player in the world, and I would agree with that at the moment. But this is about the season as a whole, the titles, the whole resume. Yeah. I think Barca needed more than just the league title and the cup title. I think they needed that Champions League that they got so close to. And honestly, that's what that Inter Milan matchup ultimately ended up deciding, I think, was the Ballon d'Or race and title, giving it to Ousmane Dembele, who won 4 trophies and almost got 5 with the Club World Cup final. It's crazy, man. Crazy. And he was their best player last year. I think he absolutely deserves it. And I love it, dude. I love the Ballon d'Or. I love awards personally. I know people hate on this award a lot, but I really don't think this award has fallen off how a lot of people online are saying. I think Dembele was a class player last year. He had a crazy string of games in Ligue 1 where he scored or assisted for like 10 plus straight games. Yeah. He was class, dude. And this PSG team was incredible to watch. So joyful to see. I love it. Give it to Dembele. When was the last time a French player won this French award? Yeah. That'd be cool to see. And fuck it, man. An ex-Barca player lifting the trophy would be crazy.
Well, that's what's crazy is you really think about it. If you would have said Dembele was the Ballon d'Or winner for this year before last season started, you just wouldn't have believed it.
Is that crazier than Leicester winning Prem?
Dude, it's close. It's close,
man.
Because Dembele's been around for so long. It's been a decade of Dembele. We all thought that we knew who he was. We were wrong.
Yeah.
Every single person was wrong as far as the ceiling that he could actually achieve. And I think based off of what we'll see tomorrow, he's achieved the highest peak you can as a professional footballer.
Bro, that's true. I mean, Dembele should be someone that we look up to as motivation, bro. Like you're not what people say you are, bro. You can change at any time, and you can change in the off season. You can become a new player, and whatever is the exact equivalent of that in your life. And it's possible there. It exists. And Dembele, I think, absolutely showed it with the right guidance. And Luis Enrique, I think. He really brought out the best in Dembele.
Yes.
He revived Dembele. And the rest of the team, I thought, were great in how they became part of this whole unit. It was beautiful to see. Dembele, I think, deserves it. I just hope he can actually go to it because they have a game at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, that is going to be weird. He's still injured, right?
Oh, yeah, I think so. Him and Doué. So maybe that's how he gets away with it.
Damn, against Marseille, though, you'd like him to be in the stand. I don't know. Whoever's in charge of this going to have to figure out a debacle
Just do it at the game. It's in France. Just do it there.
That'd be fire.
Let's get super French with it.
Yeah.
I think they should lean into it, bro. Elsewhere in Europe, we had crazy results that deserve to be mentioned and highlighted, especially in Serie A. Juventus tying Hellas Verona.
Yeah.
1-1.
Yeah.
That's not ideal, man.
And that's okay, because I think that what we shaped up for Juve is I didn't have Juve winning.
I know, but
I'm excited about the talent.
It would have been cool if they won, though.
Yeah,
we just talked about Dembele proving people wrong. It would be nice if Juventus kept building up that. They just beat Inter, man. And then you tie Hellas Verona?
I expect
you need to win that.
No, I expect that from Juve. I'm expecting a roller coaster this season where we'll see high highs from Yildiz and low lows from the rest of the team. And I think it's going to be a fun ride.
Yeah.
And maybe it culminates in a title race. That would be dope.
That'd be cool.
I still will be insanely surprised if they win the whole damn thing. I got Napoli doing this.
Okay. We also had Pulisic with a potential performance of the week.
Yes, sir.
2 goals and an assist.
Yeah.
To lead AC Milan over Udinese away from home 3-0. Some really good goals.
Really good goals. He looked up for it today. That assist he got was pure work rate, pure tenacity from my boy Pulisic. Just as a reminder that, it's not the players that are bad for the U.S. men's national team. It's the system, right? The system's flawed. But the talent, bro, is there. Pulisic's our guy. I will back him to the death.
Crazy. Both of them.
Yeah, they're teammates.
AC Milan's front line right there.
Teammates.
We'd love to see Santi turn it up. But the AC Milan team, the way that Pulisic is doing so far.
He had a big chance.
I know, I heard.
He had a big chance.
I heard the news. People come to me. They tell me. They whisper in my ear. Santi missed a clear one today. And I just put my head down and I don't know what to tell you. I don't know about that kid. I don't know. But he needs to pick it up. We also had Roma win the Derby de la Capital against Lazio. Shout out to Roma, man.
Lazio pissing me off this year.
Yeah.
But honestly, not new. Nothing new.
And then lastly, the only other notable thing I see in Europe is Harry Kane bagging another hat trick.
Hattie.
So what? Like he's already double-digit goals for Bayern. It's going. Just the numbers are ridiculous.
Yeah.
Is it? And people brought up how it's. Leva was doing this for a long time too. But was he doing it at this level? Leva was putting up numbers for Bayern Munich.
Yeah, he's getting like 40 goals.
Is Kane basically doing the same, or is he doing even more?
Damn. I need to see a good Champions League campaign from Kane, and if he does that, then I would say he's doing more. But we can't forget what Leva did.
And he won the Champions League,
That's
man.
the thing.
And
so for me,
robbed of a Ballon d'Or.
So for me, Lewandowski is still the guy when it comes to Bayern Munich strikers. But Kane can definitely be in that conversation if he has a successful Champions League this year.
Right up there with Choupo-Moting for sure. Let's go over to Liga MX. Liga MX, where we had a big matchup between Monterrey and America. First place versus third place. Sergio Ramos, Anthony Martial, Sergio Canales, Lucas Ocampos. I mean, just some crazy names listed prior to this match happening. Crazy seeing the images of these players getting onto Monterrey's team bus with that Monterrey badge. Sergio Ramos, bro. Yeah. Sergio Canales. And then Anthony Martial in the mix. I was excited for this game to see what so far has been the best team in the league. And Monterrey, first place in Liga MX. Hadn't really seen them since the Club World Cup. And I think based off of that first half, I thought I was seeing definitely the potential Liga MX champions.
They looked amazing, man. Honestly, probably should have been up 3-4 goals on this America side in that first half. They were a little wasteful, but the creative play, the buildup was brilliant to watch. Ambriz opens it up, getting a nice rebound goal, and Canales gets a really nice, sexy type finish, bro, to make it 2-0 for Monterrey. Canales himself should have had a double, though. He missed an alley-oop before scoring that one. Ultimately, ends up biting Monterrey because America put in a hell of a comeback attempt in the second half where, for as good as Monterrey did in the first half, America mirrored it in the second and went off themselves.
I really went into this game excited to see Monterrey. And after the first half, I really left it so impressed with what I saw. And I thought that would be the takeaway after seeing them be up 2-0 and potentially make that lead even bigger in the second half. It ends with me being impressed by America, man. Being like, damn, that's grit. That's that championship DNA that they have, because they should not have left this game with a 2-2 tie. They should not. But then they found a way, especially in those last 10 minutes, with a Buffalo getting one back, and then Ramon Juarez, I believe, beating Sergio Ramos to the header and dunking on him, bro.
Dude.
Dunking on his ass.
Yeah, it's huge, man.
Huge.
I don't think I've seen Ramos in that position before, bro.
God damn, it wasn't good to see, man. And he ties it 2-2. It's scenes, and America gets a point out of this game. I mean, it's just crazy, bro. It's crazy to me that America pulled this one out. I was mentally preparing myself to see them lose 2 games in a row, coming off of a tough loss against Chivas, following that up with another one that potentially might cause problems, but they salvaged it.
And the way it almost ended when Martial came on in the 90th minute, dude, he almost scored the craziest debut solo goal, I think, in Liga MX history. It would have been nuts. But he just couldn't finish the pirouette to get past the last defender. Ends 2-2, but I think Marcel's going to have a lot of fun in Liga MX, bro. A lot of fun. But, dude, this game, legit, one of the most entertaining back-to-back, end-to-end Liga MX games I've seen in like the last 10 years, bro.
That's what I was thinking. Is it the game of the week?
The game of the week for me, it was pure entertainment. The fluidity on both sides. Even in the first half when America were getting soundly beaten, they still were attacking Monterrey decently. Say Maximum was just a constant threat. So if this is the direction Liga MX is going, then I'm really liking what I'm seeing, because MLS has been a little boring lately.
Dude, I was sensing the same thing too. I think Liga MX is entering a new era, a new level that excites me a lot and makes me wish that we competed with South American teams more. Because I think now with these names, with St. Maximin, send him to Colo Colo. Get him over there in Uruguay. Get him in Brazil. Get him on a cloudy day in Paraguay. Like, I would love to see it, man. And Sergio Ramos, man, just tour him. Show him around in South America. I think these Liga MX teams can definitely play up to South American ball as well, especially with the dominance we're seeing from Brazilian teams and Argentine teams. Throw in Mexico as the feisty third country. I think they could put up a fight, bro, especially now.
Yeah, no, 100%, man.
We had Chivas get killed by Toluca at home, 3-0. Abysmal result. I actually sat my ass down and watched this entire game prior to the Monterrey match. Excited for the first time in a long time, as Chivas had just defeated America in El Clásico, El Super Clásico. Huge win. And within 30 minutes, this game was done. I'm turning it off. I'm moving on, because Chivas got beat by the defending champions with 3 really good goals. And credit to Toluca, they were the better team. Chivas is just not ready. I think beating America was the highlight of our season, and I guess I'll take it.
No, you'll have to take that, man.
I got no choice.
It's a gift you even won that, man.
I got no choice, man.
Won that match, all things considered. But looking at the table now that we're over the halfway point.
Yeah, go for it.
I think it's going to be a fun Final Four, whoever it ends up being, because if it is what the table suggests, Cruz Azul, Monterrey, Toluca, America, I mean, all 4 of those teams have arguably the best offenses in all of CONCACAF club football. So if we get that as semifinal matchups, I think we'll get another America Monterrey that we saw this weekend. It's going to be beautiful offensive football to witness. So again, I'm really liking the offenses that these Liga MX teams have been building these last couple of years.
Defending champions Toluca, America, who won 3 at one point, Monterrey, who's trying to win a new one with these big names coming in, and new look Cruz Azul, always trying to pursue their trophy. And probably going to have to overcome America at some point in La Liguilla. Give me that matchup again, bro, for the 5th goddamn time in a row. I want to see Cruz Azul, America, Monterrey, Toluca in the semifinals. Best 4 teams going for it in the title race. I would love to see it. And you have some teams in the mix with Tijuana involved, Gilberto Mora.
That's the thing.
And Tigres, too, who's always feisty.
They're adding Tijuana for sure. They have 19 goals. So they're right up there offensively with the top 4. I think they'll be a wild card to watch out for.
That'll be a good Liguilla for Liga MX, man.
Dude, it's going to be fire.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. Last performance that I want to note real quick. The GOAT, Messi. 2 goals, 1 assist. Really good quality once again. Give him too much space, he's going to cook you. He's going to cook you, and it's always good to see the man perform at the highest level and just score these beauties of goals. Great performance, potential performer of the week. We got to pick one because we picked goal of the week, Militao. We picked game of the week, America versus Monterrey. Let's end the show with performance of the week. Is it Pulisic? Is it Messi? Is it Harry Kane? Is it Casemiro? Is it Mbappe? Is it Ikatike, Gravenberch? I need one performer, Salts.
I'm just going to take the bait because it's right in front of me, and I'll gladly do it. I'm going to give it to Pulisic, man. He was the architect for every single goal for Milan. It was a dominant performance, and when you just saw his work rate, I mean, just give it to the man. He wanted it more than anybody else on the day. He proved it statistically. Give it to my boy Pulisic.
I'm fine with that. I'm cool with that. It was a good performance from Pulisic, man. Good performance. Folks, let us know. What did you think about this week's games? Your opinions, your thoughts on any of these matches and any other games that we didn't mention. I definitely want to check them out. Let us know down below. It's the Vamos era, baby, and we could not be more excited. Till next time, guys. Peace.